The serpent, if it wants to become the dragon, must eat itself. Give me the facts, and I will determine my own truths. Truth is confirmed by inspection and delay, falsehood by haste and uncertainty. Grief, no matter how you try to cater to its wail, has a way of fading away. The state is that great fiction by which everyone tries to live at the expense of everyone else. Change is not always growth, but growth is often rooted in change. Dries Duerden. The lessons of life amount not to wisdom, but to scar tissue and callus. It is not easy to keep silent when silence is a lie. Inspiration is like perspiration. It tends to strike at the most inopportune of times. Remember to be kind with your words, especially to yourself. Plant your tiny seeds and keep watering them every day. Soon, they'll grow. To those who, in spite of everything, still choose goodness. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. It's not the men in your life that matters, it's the life in your men. Behold the power of the truth. When people see its shadow on the wall, they don't want to take the time to look away. We may regard certain days as free days. Free days or however fee days. We will pay later. The only thing that makes life possible is permanent, intolerable uncertainty, not knowing what comes next. It was only a sunny smile, and little it cost in the giving, but like morning light it scattered the night and made the day worth living. The future is something which everyone reaches at the rate of 60 minutes an hour, whatever he does, whoever he is. Some things aren't meant to be known, only believed. Last night I lost the world and gained the universe. Weißt du, nicht jeder Wort dein Talent sein können, aber das heißt nicht, dass du keins besitzt. But please remember, this is only a work of fiction. The truth, as always, will be far stranger. Victories that come cheap are cheap, those only which are worth having come as the result of hard fighting. I wouldn't have missed a single minute of it, not for the whole world. Whatever happens to your body, your soul will survive, untouched. It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. In the beginner's mind there are many possibilities, but in the expert's there are few. Between natural ability and education, choose natural ability, as it will keep you happy and will fetch you the glory sooner. Life is not complex. We are complex. Life is simple, and the simple thing is the right thing. Your future is in direct proportion to what you do in the present. When you are measuring life, you are not living it. If beautiful lilies bloom in ugly waters, you too can blossom in ugly situations. Help others without any reason and give without the expectation of receiving anything in return. Consistency is the true foundation of trust. Either keep your promises or do not make them. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. There are a lot of things I wish I would have done, instead of just sitting around and complaining about having a boring life. I only want to write, and there's no college for that except life. A lie can run round the world before the truth has got its boots on. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Commitment can open the invisible doors of success. No one is less than. No one is more. We are all exactly the same at the core. If you can't do anything about it, laugh like hell. When you want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. People who say that yesterday was better than today are ultimately devaluing their own existence. Remember that you are only alive now. This is the only moment you have. Embrace it. If we thought more for ourselves, we would have very many more bad books and very many more good ones. Kendati batasan thara keba basin dan kedadak badolian turkadang sara. It's a good idea always to do something relaxing prior to making an important decision in your life. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. He will essentially follow the language of the spectacle, for it is the only one he is familiar with. The right mindset is the first step towards the journey. Digression is the soul of wit. Take the philosophic asides away from Dante, Milton, or Hamlet's father's ghost, and what stays is dry bones. In those moments, it's hard to remember that an angry voice is an invisible thing incapable of drawing blood. Telling Sam and Danica feels like peeling off my own skin to expose everything underneath. It hurts. Nobody realizes that some people expend tremendous energy merely to be normal. Never fear love's absence in your life, because it already exists within you in great abundance. Step without fear. Helping anyone to step out of fear is the best emotional recipe for the mind. Don't be scared to live your life without judgment. I distrust every idea that doesn't seem obsolete and grotesque to my contemporaries. Once you have read a book you care about, some part of it is always with you. If so few female geniuses are found in history, it is because society denies them any means of expression. You can recognize a small truth because its opposite is a falsehood. The opposite of a great truth is another truth. You need to find a way to live your life that it doesn't make a mockery of your values. True friends are always together in spirit. Lucy Maud Montgomery. It is impossible to build one's own happiness on the unhappiness of others. This perspective is at the heart of Buddhist teachings. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. Be the kind of person who catches the shit before it hits the fan, not the one who scrapes it off afterwards. Do you not then hear this horrible scream all around you that people usually call silence? The best discoveries always happen to the people who weren't looking for them. Life happens, shit happens, and it happens a lot, to a lot of people. The reason birds can fly and we can is simply because they have perfect faith, for to have faith is to have wings. Some people talk in their sleep. Lecturers talk while other people sleep. Like all dreamers, I confuse disenchantment with truth. A dumb idea isn't dumb if it works, so you might as well just try it out. Whenever you feel bad, remember all the good days you've had and be happy again. Happiness is not the absence of problems, it's the ability to deal with them. You look up when you wish to be exalted, and I look down because I am exalted. Fear is the polio of the soul which prevents our walking by faith. A man can't soar too high when he flies with his own wings. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. You don't have the right to complain about your life if you're not willing to change it. It takes time to build a career and become industry savvy, Sun Tzu. First impressions are rarely worth preserving. Men typically fall short of our expectations. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be ye cheerful. Strive to be happy. Either you want change or you want comfort, but you can't have both. The greatest day in your life and mine is when we take total responsibility for our attitudes. That's the day we truly grow up. We are good to others only because we think that is, or will be, good for us. We may place blame, give reasons, and even have excuses, but in the end, it is an act of cowardice to not follow your dreams. The place to improve the world is first in one's own heart and head and hands, and then work outward from there. He that breaks a thing to find out what it is has left the path of wisdom. It's a lack of clarity that creates chaos and frustration. Those emotions are poison to any living goal. Despite how entertaining certain stories were, at the bottom of every item of gossip there was someone getting hurt. Never to suffer would never to have been blessed. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. You must take life the way it comes at you and make the best of it. No one should need to be big enough to destroy others, and all of us must have to be powerful and resourceful enough to protect ourselves. Every beginning has an end, and every end is a new beginning.